Welcome back. There's someone I would like Holly to meet now. She's
keep hearing about this person.
Our newest cast member. She's a historic signing for this morning. She's blonde, she's bright, she's very pretty, she's excitable. Still extremely young, though, and she's just around here.
What?
Hello there.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, I'm getting a big old lick.
He might have gone. He might have gone down the South Bank on a Segway. Are you joking? Oh my God! Hello, hello. Oh my God. Oh, who are you? Oh, kisses, kisses.
On June the 12th, Labrador Ushka gave birth to 8 healthy pups at the National Breeding Centre in Warwickshire. But these pups are meant for more than just being adorable and fluffy, as they're raised in the hope that they could one day become guide dogs for the blind. At 6 weeks old, the litter are put through a trial to test their social skills and discover which are likely to become successful guide dogs.
So, having put her through all her paces there, quite a few tests for her to go through, she did really well actually, and of all the puppies that we've tested from this litter, she's definitely the most level of all of them. I think Phil and Holly will be very pleased with her, and I think this is your this morning puppy.
It's now time for the puppy to leave the breeding centre for the next stage of her development. This involves spending time with a real family. During this stage, the pup will learn basic obedience commands.
Lovely, very nice.
Training.
3 blasts on the whistle and she can have her food.
And how to behave around adults, children and other animals. And the next stop is the This Morning studio.
I know. This is quite a moment for you, isn't
Quite a moment. I'm snuggling up on the couch with Clover. Come here, girl. Come here, yes.
You haven't met then? How have you not met Clover? Is she not only on a Friday when you've been here?
No. Very handsome looking.
This is Eamonn, Clover.
Can a woman be handsome? Is handsome the right description?
I think dogs can be handsome. Yes, I think that's allowed. She loves this rug, by the way. Obsessed with the rug. Cute. It's Clover!
You're beautiful.
We don't mind. Lovely face.
Yes, that was solid still for a puppy. It's amazing.
She had a lovely time at the NTAs last week. Apparently, I think she went on a boat.
Good girl.
Oh, she's just the bestest. Just love her so much. Today is her very first puppy day at puppy school.
And like all proud parents, we didn't want to miss a thing, so we brought the lesson to the studio. Jay is Clover's puppy training supervisor. So what are they going to do today?
We're going to do a few little bits and pieces for you, hopefully get you involved with it as well a little bit.
OK.
Good.
We talked a little bit the other day about touch training, so we thought we'd give you a little bit of a demonstration of
and just remind everybody, exactly. So what is it exactly?
It is focusing the puppies to locate a target. So initially at this age we start them to locate the hand. The handler's hand, and then we can transfer that onto the back of a chair or a pelican box at a crossing or something like that at later.
You could do this with even though your puppy may not be being a guide dog, you could do this for obedience at home, can't you?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
It's something that just focuses the dog on a little bit.
Okay, show us how it's done.
So, guys, we'll give them a go.
Oh, look.
So we've got different ages here as well today. So you'll see with the younger 2 on the outside that we're just looking that they touch and then they get a reward. So all we're looking at, they touch the hand and get a reward.
Oh, I see. So you're putting your hand in front of their faces.
You just put your hand as if you're going to shake somebody's hand, and you ask the dog to touch it. And you see with the older ones, we're asking them just to touch it a little bit more. And with Bianca, who's much older, she's actually moving towards the target, which is what we want to do.
I see.
Clover, I'm just watching Clover here. Clover's doing really well here. Let's just have a look at Clover.
Clover. Clover touch. Good.
Oh, good girl. We're just looking for that initial, I've touched it, and that's enough.
Oh, she's so clever. OK, and what's the next phase then?
The other thing that we teach them to do is still. And this is to get the dogs to be perfectly still. So puppies are wiggly and they're all over the place. So we were asked to, so that they can be checked by the vets and things like that, we can ask them to be still. So it's slightly different. And what we do is we ask the puppy to rest their head on the hand. and eventually the puppy should keep that head there until we tell them different.
Oh, it's just...
So again, at the little ones...
What's this third one here?
The one in the middle is Bianca. She's a year old with Sue, so she actually will keep her hand there until Sue says to her, you can now move. So if we were going to put treatment in her ear or we were going to get her checked by the vet, she would stand perfectly still whilst that is done.
So incredible.
Let's have a look at how's Clover doing with her
Clover, let's see yours.
stillness.
Clover still?
Still,
Clover
Clover.
still. Good. Good girl, still.
Good.
I want to cry. I don't know why.
We're so proud.
It's just so sweet.
Look at this. Look at the black.
And again, Lewis is one of our Labradors, so again they'll do anything for food. So we do a lot of, at this stage it's retrieve it, it's the reward is food. But also
Gosh,
the
well
trainers
done.
are saying to the dog's good dog, well done, and giving the praise as well, and eventually we will phase the food out.
Well, they're all doing
and ask them to
brilliantly.
do-
And as you know, it's Thursday, which means that we usually have our gorgeous girl Clover with us.
Yeah, and we were hoping to bring you news of her antics at the annual Guide Dog Awards, which she was supposed to be attending last night.
But sadly, Clover's poorly as well. She's got a nasty tummy bug. So we just had to check in with her this morning. She's with Emma at her house. Oh, bless her. How
She's
is
looking
she
a bit
today?
peaky, Emma.
Hi, yeah, she's a lot better than she was. She was really peaky yesterday and overnight on Tuesday night. She was a really poorly girl, but she's much brighter this morning. She's been a bit more her usual self. She's raided her toy box. All the toys are out.
Oh,
and
good. And what's been wrong with her? Did she have an upset tummy? Has she eaten something?
yeah, she got me up in the night. She had been poorly in the night, and yeah, it's just like children, really. I suppose it's just a 24-hour bug, I think. But just unfortunate that yeah, it happened to coincide, like you say, with the Guide Dog Awards.
Did you have the outfit prepared and everything, Emma?
Red carpet ready?
Yeah, well, this is I mean, it would have been nice to have gone, but yeah, such is life.
Oh, all right, we'll give her a big kiss from us. And we hope she gets better soon.
She certainly doesn't look too ill, does
No,
she?
she's all right. But it's like children, isn't it?
Most kids.
One day, 24 hours done, and then they're all right.
Or as soon as you tell them, no, it's all right, you can have the day off school, they're like that. Oh, great.
Yeah! Good luck with what we're about to do next, as it's class time for our puppy Clover, who's now 14 weeks into her training to become a guide dog for the blind.
Well, Jay is Clover's puppy training supervisor. Joins us now alongside Banjo, Carla, Dilly and Wadey. That's the dogs, not the owners. So, what is on the timetable today?
We're going to do some food refusals. So we did some with you the other week where it was offered to the handler. So what we've got this time, Tim's got us some nice plates of food.
Right.
So hopefully he's going to bring those in for us.
So the idea is that you show them the food and
We're
they
going
don't...
to place the food on the floor.
Right.
And we're going to ask the fairly close to the pups, and we're just going to teach them to ignore the food.
Oh, look.
OK?
Now look.
So again,
this down the end here. Look, this look right down the very end. That's a look like Is that Wadey?
Yes,
Does that
Wadey.
look like I can see it out of the corner of my eye,
Yep.
but I am not going. Look at that. I
how old
am
is
not going to
Wadey?
go there.
14 months.
and he's a
Okay,
pure
so
Labrador.
Really?
So again, it's they live for their stomach, so it's quite good
And
for
let's
them
not
to
forget
do it.
Clover, who's actually drooling right now. She wants it so much.
Rolling at it.
Oh,
So what we're
Clover.
doing is trying to teach them that if something's in a restaurant or it's dropped on the floor,
Yeah.
that they don't take it.
Okay, well, good
So
luck with this
again,
then.
So that's
So
that.
let's see what happens.
So we're just going to take a step forward, guys, and just see if we can get those dogs just to focus on the handler. Again, we just bring them a little bit closer to the food and reward them for ignoring the food.
I mean, to be honest, if there was a plate of biscuits in front of me, I'd be hard pushed not to take one.
I've got to say also that they really smell these biscuits. They've got a real sort of meaty smell, so it's so tempting.
smell like
It's
Frazzles.
little wonder that Clover's drooling at the mouth.
So when are they allowed to have them?
So they get rewarded from those. So I'll take the plates away.
Oh, so they don't ever get them?
Not from those, no, because that's there, but they will now get rewarded from the handlers for actually
well
ignoring it.
done, all of you. Very good. Actually, so they all did very well there, didn't
Well,
they?
they did. I think if Clover hadn't been held back, she'd have had her face in that straight away.
She's only little.
What's next?
So we're going to pull Clover out just for a second, and we're going to give these a little gap between the older dogs, and we're going to do a little bit of dog distraction and ask Clover just to weave in and out of the other dogs and try and concentrate on Emma.
Okay.
So again, it's more difficult for her. So if we just move Carla out slightly, just so we've got a little bit of a gap. and Wadey out just a tad. And we're just going to see if Clover will concentrate on Emma as she goes through the other dogs. So again, it's very difficult for her at this age because all she wants to do is to play with the other dogs.
Of course, and this is early days for her. These are the
early
first
days.
times we've really been doing these lessons. So
Yes.
So this is early days of learning.
But I tell you what, she did really, really well there, didn't she?
Very good. And this hopefully goes to if they're out working on the street and another dog walks past them,
And
they're not
eventually she'll do
interested
it
in
without
the
a
other
treat
dog.
being the reward. It will
Yes.
just come naturally.
So you can see Wadey will sit there quite nicely, and he's not. He
Wadey's
has to do
amazing.
a little bit more for his reward.
We're doing Clover Cam today.
We are,
We
yep.
strapped it on her this morning, and we switched it on, and so she's recording her day on this morning. Here we are. Right. Okay.
Are we on? Is it filming?
Switch her on. There we go, and she's on.
Have a nice
You're on.
day,
You're on with
Clover
Clover Cam. Off you go. Which way do you want to go? Go that way.
Oh, she doesn't want to leave you. Clover, come in here.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you? Oh, thanks.
How is she getting on? Because she's 6 months into her sort of life with us, but in her sort of training life, how's it all going?
She's doing really well. She has become a teenager, and she is doing all the things that probably teenagers do.
Is she a bit moody, grumpy
A
sometimes?
bit moody, grumpy, a bit more. Do I have to do it? Really? Like that.
Is
But
she?
yeah, and
Clover.
that's typical for this age. But at this stage, she's ticking all the boxes that I would want her to be ticking.
Oh, good.
She's what we call environmentally sound. You can take her anywhere, and she's absolutely bomb-proof. Nothing bothers her.
Well, it's interesting because she gets. Maybe because she's so used to it in here, she gets very excited in here. It almost seems as if she sees this place as, you know, where the rules are a little looser.
Don't you?
Yeah, yeah, actually, because we've had members of the team who've seen her out when she's working and she's training and said it's almost like a different dog. She is so rigid in what she does.
It is a bit more of a downtime here for her, but the rules still do apply. And she does know who's handling her, whether they are in control or whether she feels she can
Oh, I
actually
see.
take
So it's
advantage
our
a little
fault.
bit more.
That's what you're
You're not
saying.
professional dog trainers, so she would know. She does know.
She knows the difference.
Yeah, it's all about body language
If there
and
was a
how you
school
are with them.
report for her, whereabouts would it say could do better?
Probably around other dogs.
Oh, really?
But again, that's normal for this age. She's approaching a season. She takes a lot more interest in other dogs when she's approaching the season.
Naturally happens.
Naturally, it's instinct. So if you're around other dogs, she's very interested in them, very excitable. So we're doing lots to actually try and teach her to work around other dogs at the moment.
And after she's had her first season, she's going to be spayed, is she?
She will do 12 weeks afterwards.
12 weeks after.
Yeah.
And will that make a difference in her personality?
It does. A season, at the moment, as I say, she's a teenager, a season, and that spay almost matures them into an adult dog. So, you know, sometimes the earlier we get the season, the quicker they mature.
There's no guarantee that she will accomplish everything we would hope she would accomplish, is there?
No, it's no guarantee. Dogs are dogs at the end of the day. It's a bit like giving me, I don't know, chief executive. I wouldn't want that responsibility, wouldn't want that power. Dogs are the same. They'll work to a certain level, and then once they get to that level, that's as far as they'll go. So we have to do our best to get her to want to work and have that positivity.
She'll
And
do it.
So I've got a Prezi here.
Clover, we've got
Look,
Prezi.
look what
Clover,
we've
come
got.
back.
Clover, look.
Come back, sit, sit.
Come here, look. Oh,
no.
what's this?
I know, look.
What's in here? Oh, look, we can play with that one.
Oh,
do you think?
look. Yes, you
Want
can
that
have
one?
that.
What do you think?
She's like, no, I want to eat something, please. Oh, no, don't. Oh, my God, wobbly heels. Are you mad? Oh, my gosh.
Just
Clover, come back. Bring the
when
duck
things
with
pop into your head, you just absolutely cannot resist.
you. Come back. Clover,
There we
sit.
are. Sit.
Sit.
Sit. Good girl. No, there's treats in here. She can have one of these, can't she? No.
Oh, good girl. There you go.
Which one do you want? Which one do you want? Do you want the sausages? Do you want the duck? Oh, look, a fox.
Phillip.
It's a
Oh,
fox.
it's a fox.
Which one do you fancy? Oh, it's the fox that you want.
Get
there
that.
you go.
She's a silver fox. Bless her.
I've got a bone behind here just in case she gets bored. So crack on.
Thanks.
Sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Well, you've been very, very good today. Do you want to come in and say goodbye? Right, been very, very good.
Well done, Clover.
Well
You've
done,
had a
Clover.
lovely day. Good girl. Look, she's still licking her lips.
Happy 6 months with this morning.
Yeah, well done. Good girl. We'll see you next week.
Carry on with the rest of the day now, Clover.
Bye.
Thank you very much.